Hello everyone, if you can write today's date, okay, it should be the 30th of the 4th, I think. There's every chance you're doing it then, but if not, it doesn't matter, just write today's date please, and learn objective to solve more difficult sequences, okay. Off you go with that. Pause the video and then play it when you've done the date and title please. Right, okay, so let's look at some trickier sequences now, okay. The ones we've done so far have been quite straightforward. So we've got 2, 7, 17, 37, 77, and this is actually one of the extension questions from yesterday, okay. So all we have to do for any kind of sequence, even if when you look at it, it's not one of those ones you instantly know the answer, is it? Okay, it's not going up in anything too obvious. So for each time, just work out what it is going up by. So that's going up by 5. Then from the 7 to the 17, that's going up by 10, isn't it? To get from 2 to 7, you're going up 5. From the 7 to 17, you're going up 10. From the 17 to the 37, 17, 27, 37, you're going up 20. Then from the 37 to the 77, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, you're going up 40. So if I want to carry on with this sequence, what is it going to go up next? Okay, what is going to go up next? It's going up 5, 10, 20, 40. So I can say each time it's the amount it's increasing by is doubling, isn't it? It's doubling. So I can see the next one. I'll just carry this on underneath. So if this is 20, that's going to 40. Then the next one is going to go up by 80. Okay, 80. So then I have to do 77 plus 80. Now I might need, for some of this work today, we might need to do some written methods, and that's okay. Okay, 157. So that will come up to, okay, 157. And then from there I can do the next in the sequence, okay. So from there it's going up from 5, 10, it's going up by 20, 40, 80. Each time is doubling, so this time it'd go up by 160, okay. So do 157 plus 160, 7, 1, carry the 1, 1 almost 317, okay. So 317 is my answer there, okay. So that's the first example. We're going to do quite a few examples of these, and then you're going to have a go yourself. So really try and really concentrate when we're going through these practice questions, okay. Try and work them out as I'm doing them as well, please. So let's have a look at this sequence. If we've got 2.0, then the next in our sequence is 3.2, then the next in our sequence is 4.4, okay. Let's have a look. How much is it going up each time? So how am I getting from 2.0 to 3.2? And I'm going to 1.2, aren't I? Because 2.0 plus 1.2 is 3.2. And then how am I getting from 3.2 to 4.2? Again, I'm adding 1.2. So this time we're adding 1.2 each time, aren't we? So to find the next one, I add 1.2. In your head, work this out please, was 4.4 plus 1.2. So I'm adding the 1 and then I'm adding the 0.2, which should give me, hopefully you'll have all worked out, that's 5.6. Then I'm going to carry on. I'm going to add 1.2, just put that in the right colour, 5.6. Then to carry on that, I'm going to add, I'll just do it underneath here, add 1.2. Okay, so I'm adding 1, which will take me to 6, and 0.2, so 6.8. This next one is a little bit trickier. Okay, I'm going to again add 1.2. So I add 1 to get me to 7, 7.8. Then add 0.2, 7.8, 7.9, 8, 8.0. Okay, so just following the patterns as we're going up, as you're going through them. Okay. You can, right, let's have a look at another couple of examples before I set the first half of the work today. We're splitting the lesson into half today. Right, let's go with a 3, 6, 12, 24. Now, remember, it's not always adding. Sometimes if we can spot a pattern where it's multiplying, okay? So how am I getting from here? If I'm going from there to there, I'm timesing by 2, aren't I? Okay? If I'm going from here to here, I'm timesing by 2. So if I'm going from there to there, I'm timesing by 2. So to go to the next one, I have to times by 2. So 24 times 2, 48. Let's put that underneath. 48, and then to carry on I have to times that by 2. Again, if you can't do that in your head, you just do your written method. 48 times 2, nice and quickly. 2 times 8 is 16, 6 carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, and 1 is 9, 96. Okay, let's do that in red. 96. Then from there, again, we times 2. So I have to do 96 times 2. Okay, 6 times 2 is 12. 2 carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 18 and 1, 19. 192. Okay. Right, so this, let's have a look at this next one. Right, okay. 95, 88, 81. Now we can see it doesn't look as if it's any multiplying or dividing on this one, does it? So, but again, you can tell straight away the number's getting smaller, so you're going to be taking something away. So 95 take away 87. Okay, if I count forward from 88 to 95, sorry. 90, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. Okay, so the difference is 7. So I'm taking away 7. 88 taking away 81 is also taking away 7. So now I have to do 81 minus 7. We should be able to do that in a head, but if you can't, do a written answer, okay? Yeah, so you can't do 1 take away 7. So you have to exchange there. That becomes a 7. That becomes 11. 4 becomes 74. Okay. If you can do it in your head, do it in your head. 74. So this is obviously the pattern is that we're minusing 7. Let's just do one more of this pattern. So again, to find the next one, we're going to minus 7 on that. Okay. 74 minus 7. I can do that in my head. I'm going to take away 4 first, then take away 3. Which will give me 67. Okay, and you might be asked to go a little bit further than that. Okay, then you get other sequences like this, which will be 2, 2, 5, 9. So from there, let's go with this next one. 14. I think we need that one to just really see the sequence. So here we're adding 3, okay, to get from there to there, and this one we're adding 4 to get from 5 to 9. From 9 to 14 we're adding 5. So the next one we will add 6. Okay, so that'll make that 20, and then the next one we'll obviously add 7 to get us to 27, and so on. Okay, and so on. So it doesn't have to be the same amount you're adding each time. Sometimes you could add 3, add 5, add 7, add 9, like that, okay? Because they're a bit tricky. Some of these ones you're going to be doing are quite tricky. So have a look at this last one we will do before you can have a go at this first part. So you've got 160, then you've got 80, then you've got 40. And we can see what's happening here, isn't it? Okay, should straight away be able to say, okay, I don't think this is going to be a taking away. We could subtract them, but I think it might be an easy one to divide because there's big gaps. So if I halve it, divide by 2, divide 160 by 2 by halving it, I get 80, and I can do that again, divide by 2, halving it to 40. So again, I'm going to divide by 2, so that will give me 20. Then for the next one, I'm going to divide by 2 again, give me 10, and then I get 5, and then I get 2.5, and I go from there. Okay. Right, I'd like you to have a go at the. I'm going to put a sheet in for you now to do. If you can't see this clearly on your computer, for some of us you might be able to expand it out just to see it. I've also attached it. I've also attached it to the on the portal. Okay, to the work today. Okay, so that is the work I'd like us to do. So just do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and then we'll carry on with the lesson after we've done that. Okay, so that should take 15 minutes perhaps. Try your best. If there's any you really haven't got a clue, just leave them, but try your best with those. Pause the video while you're doing those. Press play when you finish them. Okay, so press play when you finish those. Right, so we've gone back to the same sort of stuff that we did in the last lesson, where we were finding the number and we're using a formula. So just to finish off, if we had, this is so the first number we need to get, remember the n is the number which is on the top, the number in red, okay? And we need to put in the numbers below, okay? But this time all we're going to have is a formula, and our formula is 4n plus 2. Now that is the formula, and from here we can fill in all these spaces and the 10th one. Notice we've got the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and we're just going to go to the 10th one, okay? So if I want to find, remember this 4n means 4 times n, and n is our number on the top, and then we add 2. So this is our formula. 4 times n, 4 times 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, sorry, let's try that again. 4 times n, which is 1, is 4, and 2 is 6. Okay, because what we do, we're replacing the n. Let me just explain that again, sorry. So we go 4 times our number, 1, is equal to 4, and then we add the 2, which gives us 6, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Now our n number is 2, so it becomes 4 times 2 plus 2, 10. Okay, then our number is 3. N is equal to 3. So 4 times 3 is 12, and 2 is 14. Okay, then our number is 4. 4 times 4 is 16, and 2, 18. And at this stage you can actually see the pattern, can't you? Okay, it's just going up by 4, okay, each time. Right. So this then becomes 22. This would be 26. And then we want to find the 10th number. Now all we have to do here, okay, is we know this is the formula, 4 times n, 4n plus 2. So it'd be 4 times 10 plus 2. So 4 times 10 is 40, and 2 is 42. So that will be our 10th number there, 42. Okay, so that's all we have to do, is just follow the formula. Follow the formula when we come to do these. So we'll just do one more example, okay? So if this is our formula here, which is 10n minus 1. Now 10n means 10 times n, our number. And then when we've done that, we just take away 1 from it. So if n is 1, 10 times 1 is 10, take away 1 is 9. Then to find what the second number will be, we do 10 times n is 2, so 10 times 2 is 20, take away 1, 19. Then we do 10 times 3, 10 times n, 10 times 3 is 30, we get 29, 39, 49, 59. And again, if we want to find out our 10th number, we just replace it. We know that this n is with 10, so it becomes 10 times 10, take away 1, 99. Okay, right, so finishing off, we just got 2 questions to finish ourselves off, okay? These sort of questions like this, okay? It's question 6 and question 7 on page 97. Have a go at those, please. Have a go at those. As soon as you've done the work, I'd be really grateful if you would send it to me, please. Okay, photograph or scan and send. Right, good luck with that. This is the last we'll be doing of sequences. We'll move on to something else tomorrow. Okay, cheers, bye.